Hello, hello. Hope you guys had a good night, day, couple of days, whatever you're rocking here. My name is Deathtroth. Uh, we stream a lot of different games here, but I do like me some Mahjong, so you're gonna see this a lot. Uh, I guess we're gonna go ahead and get into it. We're just almost out of the Adept rank here. About to be expert. We're expert in threes already, but truthfully I feel like threes is just easier. Yeah, just got done with breakfast, had a pretty good night of sleep, not too bad. Oh man, a crosslord is characters from Akagi, the Mahjong anime. Look at that, neat. I did not play this at the time when they had the crossover. Otherwise, I probably would have put like just dumped money into the the pre-game. Hey Blacklist, hope you're having a good day. Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna play some more Mahjong here, so we're gonna have to look at our shapes here, see what we got. We're not north, so go ahead and throw the north wind. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes. That's not very good. Not bad, but not very good. There's our 5th shape. A lot of people are throwing bamboo. We're going to want to get rid of that 5 or upgrade that 5 in the character suit to something better very soon. Okay, now this is interesting. I could chi this and then go for 1, 2, 3 Sanchoku, which is 1, 2, and 3 in all 3 suits. And since it's still East 1, and we got nothing to lose, and that's the Dora, we might as well go for it. Which means we're going to probably keep this green dragon unless we see the 3rd one pop out, because we can use that as a pair for a half outside hand. Or the red dragon. We can do either, but either way we need to get rid of this 6. Alrighty, there's a 7. We're going to go ahead and chi that up. Now we got to make some hard choices. We do have 2 terminals in the number suit already, so we can go ahead and throw the honor tiles. Go for the fully outside hand. I think it's 1 more Han than a half outside hand. Han being our points we get at the end. Okay, this is coming together pretty good. If they know what's good for them, they'll stop playing tiles in between 1 and 3 and 7 and 9. And if we know what's good for us, we'll pay attention to notice that the 9 of swords is already gone, so we're going to want to get an additional terminal tile to go for here. That's great, totally fine. At least we were able to chi that up. Now we need, yep, just looking for a terminal or an honor tile. And we couldn't wait with that north wind, is why I threw that last turn, because we had already discarded a north wind. Which means we would have been in Furiton, so we would have just been waiting and waiting and not been able to call Ron. There's another north wind. We would have drawn it ourselves. No! It's fine. We can't actually win with the 2, so we'll go ahead and keep it in our hand. Technically, there is a chance that we draw it ourselves, but it's very, very, very unlikely. Southwind still in Furiton, and only 1 left. We'll go ahead and stick with the one we already got. Had a pretty good night. Watched some Lost. Haven't seen any. I missed it the first time it was on TV, so I'm right around season 3. John Locke's doing John Locke things, and it's pretty good. Pretty happy with it so far. I know that used to be the water cooler show when it was on. People would go to work and talk about what happened on Lost. Oh man. Okay, there's another red dragon. We could have won 3 different ways now, but that's alright. Hindsight's 2020. There's always a chance someone throws the north wind as their last tile, putting us to 0 tiles, which would be phenomenal. That'll get us under the river, under the sea. Can't remember which one is which, but they're both worth 1 Han each. One is when you draw it yourself, one is when they play it. And I think it overrides Furiton. Furiton being the hand state that you're in when you are missing a tile that is in your discard pile. So you have to draw it yourself to win. Even though you have a valid hand, you can't win off of anybody. Now, if I had to guess, unless this guy plays the North Wind, the last one is probably in the dead wall. Yeah, which is, it's probably a Dora tile. Oh, everybody was intent by. Look at that. That's horrifying. Alright, dealer did not lose points and no one else won points, so he stays dealer. We're pretty close to a, it's a pure double sequence here. You get a 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. So we're gonna pick a dragon to get discard, and then we're gonna counter shapes. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 here. We need an additional shape. That might be 5 then. Hey Zilla. Yeah, streaming a little Mahjong. I play every day, so I figure might as well stream it up while I play it. It's really fun. It takes a lot to learn, but it's really fun. They used to carve the tiles out of bone. I'm not sure if it was just better to carve them out of bone, or if somebody was just like, I'm carving these out of bone, yeah. Instead of like wood or something. Assuming wood would have been fine, but we're 1 away from Tenpai here. We need a 6 or a 3 of bamboo. Or a 7, yep. This is a pretty good hand. We have 3 Dora. A Dora being these shiny tiles down here. They're worth more if we win. Is there an ad with just sound? That's hilarious. Maybe that ad is broken or something, I'm not sure. That's hilarious. I set up the ads to where they would only play, they'd play 3 minutes an hour, so I could skip pre-roll ads for people. And that's all I did. Because, I don't know about you, but I do not like pre-roll ads. Not a fan. Yeah, maybe it was a radio ad. They still got those, I bet. Woo! That red dots was really spicy. It's also Suji to the Dora, so if someone's waiting with a 6-7, I could have dealt in with that 5. That guy just threw the last Dora. I'm assuming that based on their discards, they know I'm not waiting with any dots now. The guy to my right looks like he's going for a full flush hand. And the guy across from me is just throwing numbers like he doesn't care. That's insane. Whoa. Follower only chat is the way. It's one button click, and then they can chat it up. That's no problem. Better than subscription only chat. I'm not a fan of that. I don't need anyone to give me any money to be able to talk. That's not good. Slippery slope. Okay, he played a 3 of bamboo and then we rond off of him. This hand is pretty spicy. It's got 3 door in it. Woo! But that's about it. And the Ricci puts us just over the 4 Han, so we got a Mongon. Still can't believe we have one of the Akagi character models in our game. That's pretty neat. Wish they do a cross promotion again. I know it would be like terrible for people that put money in the first time any kind of like character showed up and they said they'd never bring him back or whatever, but hear me out. Then I could get him, alright, and that would be great. So alright, let's count our shapes here. We got a 5, 6. That's 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. 5, 6. We got plenty of shapes here. If we throw this 1, 3 shape here, we can just go for a Tanyo hand. So we'll go ahead and do that because we want to stay dealer, even if we make little small wins repeatedly. Now Zilla, you missed it yesterday. I streamed like 5 different games, so if any of those are more your fancy, feel free to check them out. I think they're in the VODs section. And it'll all end up on YouTube. This will too. I just back everything up to YouTube eventually. You gotta wait a couple of days. It's gotta be exclusive to Twitch for a little bit, but... Okay, we redrew that 1, that's not good. But we're locked into the Tanyo hand here, so we've got to get rid of it again. We also don't need this 4. The 4 and the 3 are scarier than the 1, so we got to throw those first. That was that 7. Woo! Okay, that 6 was looking a little better. And that 8 rules. Okay. Looks like the 6s are gone, so we'll probably use those as a pair. We want either the last 4, which is going to be tough to get, and dots, or the or a 7. Can we use the 5 instead? We could. But we don't want to. That's gonna just change our tiles out and leave us the same distance away from Tenpai. See, if we were to chi that 4, 5, 6 from that guy, then we'd have 2 4s, a 5, and probably get rid of this 2. We'd still need one more tile again to get into Tenpai. Okay, we can change out these 6s for those 2s. Okay, that's a much better weight. Well, would be if there were still 2s left, but... Okay, that's a safe tile. We'll go ahead and throw it. This is not a safe tile. Based on what this guy across from me threw, this is going to be so spicy, I'm probably dealing in with it. But I'm clicking it because I'm greedy. Gotta be greedy sometimes. That could have went way worse. Didn't deal in, that's a win. Oh my god, that guy's conning with somebody in Ricci, he's crazy. Looks like somebody's got south tiles. There's only one of them has been played. That is live as well. I don't think we can keep it. Or I think we have to keep it. I think we have to fold. Oh my lord. Clicking it. Oh my god. It hurts so bad to click it. We got so lucky. This has just been greed after greed. I can't do it. I can't do that one. I can't deal in with giving them 3 Dora tiles. That's big no. We folded. Yep. Oh my god. Thank Christ we didn't do that. That would have been awful. Okay, so we just pay out 3,000 because our hand wasn't valid and everyone else's was. That's much better than paying out the Mahjong that was waiting in that guy's hand there. Now we move on. Let's go ahead and check our shapes here. We got 1, 2, and that's about it. Throw the south one because it's not good for us. We need all of this stuff to start matching up a little better. That'd be great. We do have the Dora. Looks like White Dragon is Dora. And we can wipe Red Dragon off the board immediately by throwing this because it's also the Dora indicator, so there's only 2 Red Dragons left. Okay, Red Dragon's dead. Oh, and we got a White Dragon, so we just wait for someone else to play the other one. And we are good to go. That's a Mahjong by itself. Just 3 Dora, 1 White Dragon. That's 4 Han. Bam. Okay. Very nice. Now we can pawn and chi up everything else we get. Toss that 1 because the 4 is more valuable. Okay, now normally I wouldn't con. 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes. But I'm going to because it's the Dora. And there's our 5th shape. Oh man, it was totally worth it. Okay. See, normally if you've opened your hand, you don't want to con, because if you do, then someone that calls Ricci can get another chance at an Oradora. Oh man. I think that guy's name's Wakasashi. Wakasashi? That sounds wrong. Tell me your name. Oh, we got a double Yakuman at some point? Very nice. Wasashi, maybe? I don't know. You'd have to watch the Akagi anime to find out. Or read the manga, I guess. That's a very good draw there. We're going to toss one of our pairs. I think the 8s are probably going to be it. No one's throwing dot tiles. So getting up this either one of these pairs is going to be tougher than getting this like pair of 9s to match up. And the 2s are gone, so this is safe. That's rough, but fair enough. No one's throwing, people are starting to throw bamboo, but they're mostly just tossing numbered tiles. Okay, we're still 1 away from Tenpai. Nobody wants to deal into this hand that I have cooking here. And in all fairness, yeah, it's pretty spicy. Okay, we ignore that. I also need to get rid of this other 6. Unless we draw a 5 or a 7 here. Which I want to say the 8s. Oh, thank God. It's over. Our hand was too valuable to live. Okay, we head into East 4 here. Still in first, not in last. That's all that matters. Is not in last part. Go ahead and count up our shapes here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes. We just upgraded that shape. That's good. We don't need that north wind there. There's our 5th shape. Very nice. It looks like we can just go for Tanyo hand. Just 2 through 8s. Means we'll have to get rid of this 9 here. And we don't need this 2. It doesn't really match anything. Okay, the 3-4-4 shape is a better shape than just a 3-4 because you can also accept an additional 4 now to complete the shape instead of just a 2 or a 5. Oh, little hiccup on the old internet there. Okay, we got a 2 here. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Throw that 4 away. We don't need it anymore. Gonna open up our hand. Our hand is valuable enough. Probably should have thrown that 9 first, but I did want a safe tile for some reason. You don't normally want to keep safe tiles. They're not going to help your hand. But just like glancing at it for 5 seconds, I was like, must keep safe tile. And we can use these. This is actually 3 Dora. Oh my god, it just became 4 Dora. Even though it's 3 tiles, this tile is a red 5, which is a counts essentially as a Dora by itself. So these 3 tiles are 4 Dora. And I sumoed. Oh my lord. This hand's thick. Another Mahjong. Ooh. We got all the luck this time. I saw the Akagi character and instantly spiked my hair and grew my nose out a little bit. No joke, when I started playing this game, after I had seen Akagi, I muted it and then put the Akagi OST into another window and just listened to that while I played for a while. It was very fun. I was winning a little bit more than I should have, if you catch my drift there. We might go ahead and throw this south because it's pretty valuable. Not only is it the Dora, but everyone else can use it. Even though I am I'm south seat in south round, so it would be worth an extra 2 Han for me. We don't want to not get that and then deal in later, giving somebody 3 Dora. Now this is a terrible shape, this 1-2 shape, and we should be able to upgrade our hand here by just accepting that 8 there. Okay, just got that 4, completed this shape, that's pretty good. Now if we get a 4 of dots here, we can go ahead and toss this 3 of dots here, and we'll be in Tenpai. Just waiting on 2 pairs. If anyone plays either of those 2 pairs as well, we don't need that. We can just go ahead and open our hand up and pawn them, and we'd be in Tenpai as well. We could also reachy like that. Look at that. Man. A lot of good luck here today. It was bound to happen. I think we had to fight for our life to get to 3rd last game. Woo. Pretty good. Alright, that's going to move us to Gatapatsu because we reached our last turn and it didn't take all the way until our next turn to get the tile that we needed. Whoever knew who that was, what that was last time I was playing, very nice. I have committed it to memory for, you know, the 4 days it's gonna exist in my memory. I have a goldfish memory. The only reason I really understand and can play Mahjong is because I've played it repeatedly for years now. So I might not know what everything is called, mainly because of like naming conventions being different per version. We're gonna go ahead and pawn that up. But I do know how to play, and that's all that really matters. Especially in like a internet version of this, where it'll score you based on your hand. You don't have to know the hand that you're crafting as much. It's not as important to know that like a Sanshoku can also be called a mixed triple chi, as long as you know how to make one of those things, which would be like a 1, 2, 3 in all 3 suits. Yeah. They say Mahjong helps your memory. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that before it gets too late here. Like playing it somehow staves off dementia for like a lot of older people. Which I think is just exercising your brain is what's doing it, if I had to guess. Not that I know what causes dementia, it's probably genetic. Some sort of chemical soup gone wrong in there, I'm not sure, but I I mean, I'm gonna give Mahjong a try. Might as well, it's fun. I don't know how to play Canasta, so this is what we're gonna do. I have been looking into backgammon and stuff, but every old person that I've talked to either like backgammon or say it's like just super boring. But everyone I've talked to that knows how to play Mahjong say they really like it. I've only played Gen Rummy once, and it was kind of like this. And I didn't have... Like, I had fun. Just never really gotten a group of guys that want to play Gen Rummy together. Okay, we are in Tenpai here. Just waiting on that 7 of dots. It's a closed weight. We can upgrade this weight if we get a 5 of dots. We can toss this 8, and then we're waiting on a 7 or a 7 or a 4. Now this 8 of dots is probably safe to throw if we need to from this guy here. Because he's got a 5 in his discard here, so he can't be waiting with a 6-7. So unless he's waiting with like a pair of 8s, we should be pretty safe to go ahead and throw this. He's also thrown a 7, so if somebody sees that... Now this is scary because he's only thrown 1 character tile. We're going to chance it and probably pay for it at some point. Nope, okay. Not punished at all, didn't learn our lesson. Great. The guy to my left is doing great. He's just trying to hold on for dear life. I don't think he's not losing, I think he's won 1 hand, but he's not losing hands as much as these guys here. And that's all you really got to do to not get in last, is don't lose the most. Okay, now there's the 5 we were waiting for to upgrade our hand here. We're going to go ahead and throw that 8. He was not waiting with a closed weight or a pair of 8s, so it was safe to throw. Now we're waiting on a 7 and a 4 instead of just a 7. And we drew the 7. Yeah, 7 pairs is rough. Like when you're playing Suji to stuff, there's no way to account for 7 pairs or closed weights. It's just, it's better than like just throwing tiles blindly, essentially. Now we've won a lot this game, but don't worry, we'll lose a lot in the next one. I feel like you use a lot of luck up winning repeatedly in one game, and then the next game, you know, it kind of balances back out. But as long as you're net positive, you end up feeling pretty alright about it. 7 pairs is horrifying, but I've been in Tenpai for 13 orphans twice now. One of them was a double Yakuman version of it. I was just waiting on any other terminal tile. The other one was I was waiting on a white dragon, and it was in the dead wall, so there was absolutely no, like the other 3 white dragons were already in the discard pile. We ticked down to 0 and no one had thrown it, and they all revealed their hands and it wasn't in them, and I went, ah. Check the logs later, it was in the dead wall. That's Big Wolf. I think I got one while I was playing 3s. Hang on, we can check here. 13 orphans, yeah. But it's a little bit easier in 3s. The 2 I was stuck in Tenpai for were in 4s. 3s doesn't have any character tiles except for 1s and 9s. So that's a whole lot less tiles to worry about, with the tiles that you need specifically still included. Let's go ahead and count our shapes up here. We're going to keep this because it makes that shape better. We're going to get rid of this 1 here. Because now we can accept a 6 or a 8 to complete this shape instead of just a 6. But it looks like we have too many shapes here. The guy to our right is, I mean, fair. I am taking a while, I'll give him that. I think I also got a counted Yakuman at some point. Those are the only 2 Yakuman I've ever had. Go ahead and throw that 5. We can still accept a 6 or a 9 or another 8, so this shape is fine without the 5. We have 1, 2, possibly 2, 3 shapes here. We don't need that. 4, 5. And we can either throw the 5 if we get an 8, or use the 2 to make a 1, 2, 3, and then throw the 5 again, or get a... This is a really good shape. It kind of sucks, okay? Go ahead and keep that 9, throw the 8, complete that shape. It sucks because none of these are actual shapes, but they're really good at finding a shape here. These are if you want a shape, these are the 5 tiles you need. Okay, could have kept that additional 8 and gotten ourselves a pair. Okay, we can toss that 5 if we don't have any other safe tiles. That's not safe, that is safe. We're tossing the 5. Our hand is not very valuable, so we're probably just going to go ahead and fold. Because we don't know what this guy has, and yeah, I'm expecting some sort of recourse for getting like 3 Mangans this game, so I'm gonna keep yelling. Oh, hit me with a give up. I'll give him the sweaty glasses. And we're just gonna fold out of this. I've accidentally folded into hands before, and if that happens, you slam the Breachy button for sure. Hey, Unsafe. Yeah. Happy Chappy is the guy from Mikage. It's pretty awesome. I've seen Akagi before. I haven't seen somebody playing this guy. Wataru or something? Washashi? I can't remember his name. Okay, we're north, and that guy just played a north, so we can go ahead and pawn this up and open our hand. It's south round, so we're going to get rid of the south wind as soon as physically possible. Don't want other people to use it. Okay, so here we're in Mega first. We don't want to give anybody any other points if we can help it, so we're not going to con. There is the chance that, like, it would make all 4 of these Dora, but the chance is, like, 1 in however many tiles there are in the game. It's not very... If you're in last, like, if I was that guy with 9,000 points right here, I would 100% be conning all day. Just the chance to give yourself a Mangan is, you know, a lot higher if you're doing something about it, i.e. conning. Okay, we upgraded our shape here. Let's go ahead and count our shapes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes. Looks like 5 now. But 2 of them are closed weights, and 1 of them is not very good shape. So we might be waiting a lot with this hand unless we start pawning and chiing. Okay, we're gonna throw this, and we're gonna throw that 7, because a 3-4 is a way better shape than a 7-9, because it can accept a 2, it can accept a 5, and the 7-9 can only accept a an 8. Now we don't have a pair yet, so we're gonna not pawn that. If we chi up these shapes here, then we're gonna need a pair, and this pair of 9s is gonna be very useful for that. Okay, there's the 8, immediately punished. That's alright. Ha ha ha, Mahjong. We're bound to be punished for this insane luck, so just let it, just accept it, let it flow over you. Hopefully it's not too painful. You'll only take 1d4 psychic damage if you don't resist, rather than the 1d12. Okay, there's another pair here. We're going to go ahead and... Now this is weird, because I'd like to pawn this up, but I'd also like to use this Dora. We're going to go ahead and throw that 8. That's not necessary. Okay, so now do we wait on the Dora, or do we wait with... Math says that this Dora, we have a lower chance of winning with the Dora. Now, Math just dunked all over us, but that's alright. It was a pretty small hand, and that animation was pretty neat. I think that was the fear symbol in Japanese that just sprayed all over our screen there. That's pretty awesome. Okay, now here we have two pairs of 2 dragons already. If we draw an additional dragon, we did. Okay, so now we have a chance for Yakuman. And we can open our hand for that Yakuman. All we have to do is match up one more shape. And we're going to have to call pawn on all 3 of these. Okay, we have 2 shapes here. They're pretty good shapes. The 6-7 is a better shape than the 7-8. Just because the closer you get to 5, the better your shape is. And that's because there's more tiles you can use for it. And I got a Dora as well. Oh my god. I'm gonna need people to start playing dragons immediately. Now in my experience, when you pawn up 1 dragon, people might still play another dragon. If you pawn up 2 dragons, people are not going to play another dragon. That's just not going to happen. And we're going to want to keep this this bamboo 1 over this other shape here. We're going to go ahead and start tossing that other shape. The bamboo 1 is the terminal tile, so it's more likely to come out than the 6 or the 7, which are useful in other shapes. And we got it to match. Oh my god. Come on, we're gonna need some more dragons. Oh. Okay. That is not what we wanted. That is the opposite of what we wanted. So we can be greedy here and try to get the Yakuman ourselves. We'd have to draw into it. Or we can just win with a Dora and 2 dragons. It'd be 3 little dragons, which is not a bad hand. We are really far ahead. The odds that we draw both dragons that we need, because as soon as we pawn one of these up, we're going to have to throw this 1, and then in order to win, we'd need whatever other dragon or a 1. Okay, this is going to be a scary discard. Whew. Now that guy's in Ricci, so unless he wins before we can do it, we're just going to go ahead and take 3 little dragons. It would have been crazy though. It's about as close as I've gotten to 3 big dragons. I've seen this particular hand state a couple of times. Now it could be that the other dragons are in the dead wall, or it could be that someone else has a pair of either white dragons or a pair of green dragons. Yeah, this guy had the other white dragons there. It's a very tough Yakuman to get. It seems like it would be easy because people throw dragons all the time, but like in that guy's case, he used them as his pair, so it was just never going to happen. But we won, so that was pretty neat. Looks like we're 1 away from expert. Yep, we got all of our event quests done for today. Go ahead and see what we got here. Some coins, a fortune bag, which is good. Head on over to the old item thing, open it. Exquisite wine glass. Most of these, okay, so I'm going to teach you how to play this free to play. You'll get those bags. You'll also get chests from playing above bronze room. If you play silver room or gold room, whatever, you get points towards a chest. Chest has items in it. That's how I got these 2 green items here. You can start by getting rid of green items by donating them. But I always get rid of blue items by donating them because they give you 5 of the Stardust powder. And you go ahead and click that to donate. Once you get 50 of this Stardust powder, you head on over to the shop, go down to Fortune. You can get summon scrolls for 50 Stardust powder here. You use these summon scrolls to summon, like, to do the gacha mechanic. And then they probably take about a week off between events, but they always have an event going. And the event always gives you these bags, and most of the bags can be turned in to Stardust. These sage bags here turn themselves into, I think, 15 Stardust instead of 5. Can't remember the number, but it's more than 5. And then at some point you can start keeping your green gifts to just dump on a character. If you want to get a free skin later, you have to level them up to level 5 and then get all of this stuff. This is more Stardust. These you just, they come in those chests that you get by just playing in like the silver or the gold room. These paintings come in those sage bags. And this is different for each person. It's not going to be like a painting for each person. Okay, well that was a terrible example. Alright, so this chick needs like a Heart of the Ocean instead of the paintings. And this lady needs some cookies. And then these wishing stones, you can get those by summoning. Every time you summon, you get one of these faith points. And you can use faith outright to just get whatever character or whatever thing you want in here. Or if you go all the way to the bottom, you can buy these wishing stones for 1 each. You need 10 of them to level the character to max. Or you can use the wishing stones in the shop to get the purple item that you need to level your guy's bond up. I've gotten like 3 paintings from bags, but I need 5 of them, and there's like plenty of purple items you can get from the bags. So in order to get the correct one, if you're missing one, you come over here. And that's how you play it free to play. What? Pretty exciting. Yep, so Stardust is your friend. And you just buy summon scrolls with it. Pretty simple. Alright. I think I'm only going to play one game today. I might be back later on tonight to play the other one so we can get ourselves into expert. But I played like 8 hours of games yesterday and I talked through all of them, so my voice is a little scratchy. And we're just going to go ahead and just do one today so we feel better by tomorrow, and then I can go ahead and do another 2 hours tomorrow. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. Be back tomorrow with some more Mahjong. But I think I'm going to play some Dark and Darker. So, thanks guys. Have a good night.